Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to do episode 2 of Draw Your Journal by Bellamena. If you haven't seen the first episode where I introduced this book, I'm going to link it above. And I'm also going to link a link to Bellamena's channel below, as well as the first episode. If you're unfamiliar with Draw This Journal, it's like any other art prompt book. Well, it's similar to any other art prompt book, I should say, like Write This Journal or Create This Book. What makes this art prompt book different is that it's all about you. So the prompts are like your favorite thing, your feelings, your thoughts, etc. So once it's filled out, this book is going to be about me. Or if you get this book, it'll be all about you. And like I said, I talk a little bit more about it in the intro video. If you want to see that, you can certainly check it out. In this video, we're going to do a couple pages, and I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and let's get started. This page I selected said, draw your style. So of course, my mind immediately went to what I wear on a daily basis, or at least throughout the year. I really wanted to draw or do something with the clothes I wear. I wear a lot of dresses, I wear a lot of sweaters, a lot of t-shirts, and I always wear these fun, colorful prints. So I knew I wanted to use the scrapbooking paper and kind of make these clothes out of paper, like in a, I guess, paper doll sense. So I drew the first dress and then I cut out a hanger for it. My first thought was to make these clothes on little hangers and kind of throw them on the page haphazardly. As I went through and drew them, I changed my mind. I made a couple hangers. After I cut out this shirt, I made another hanger out of just black construction paper. But then I decided I wasn't really feeling the hangers. So I went from hangers to the idea of hanging these clothes on a clothesline as if they were drying outside. So I went through and I drew some more clothes and I just cut them out of this scrapbooking paper. Once I was satisfied with the clothes, I took some brown construction paper and I cut out clothespins and glued them onto the clothes. And the reason being is I didn't want the clothes just hanging on the clothesline with nothing. They needed clothespins. So I took out my Draw Your Journal book, I drew a clothesline, and I started to glue these clothes in. I used a glue stick first, but the glue stick didn't really want to stick too well, ironically enough, so I used my tape runner and glued these in. And once it was done, I cleaned it up a little, and that page is complete. I may not be very stylish, but I love the way this turned out. It's so simple and so fun. The next page I selected was to draw your fun fact. Draw something most people don't know about you. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while or a little bit, you probably don't know this fact about me. It's something I've never really said. I wanted to do something a little different. I could have drawn, fun fact about me. I like art, but that was too obvious. So you're probably watching me draw now a banana. And my fun fact is that I really, 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 really don't like bananas. I think they're gross, and some of you are really going to hate that, but that's a fact about me. So I started drawing all these banana foods. I drew a banana pop, a banana peel, a banana popsicle, banana bread, banana pancakes. I didn't like the way the banana pop looked, so I erased it and replaced it with a banana and a banana split. After I had everything drawn in with pencil and was satisfied with it, I went in with my Micron fine liner. I think you guys know at this point, I love the Micron fine liner. It really gets these nice lines, and it's great because it doesn't bleed too heavily like something like a Sharpie would. So I just went in and I outlined everything with the Micron fine liner. Once I was satisfied with that, I erased the pencil marking. Then, I'm sure you know what comes next, I brought out my alcohol markers and started coloring everything in. took out my jelly roll pen, and as I was going through, I added some highlights as I was coloring things in. I really love the highlights on that pancake syrup. I think it turned out wonderful. So I just finished this page up, colored in my last of the bananas. I added a little drop shadow under some of the items to make them stand out a little more. And just like that, I glued it in the book, and this page was complete. I love how it turned out. It was definitely a little bit of a challenge drawing so many foods that I don't like. The next page I selected was Draw Your Wish. So you guys know I like drawing things festively. So my brain immediately went to Thanksgiving coming up because I live here in the US, and I wanted to draw someone holding a wishbone. So I started out drawing this hand that was going to be holding a wishbone. If you're unfamiliar with a wishbone, you and someone else break it in half, and whoever has the biggest piece gets the wish. At least that's how it goes in my house. So I drew one hand, I really hated it, flipped the paper over, and tried to draw another hand, this time looking at my own hand instead of a reference image. And I really hated the way this one turned out too. You can see me looking at my hand and trying to figure it out. So I took out another piece of paper and I went for it again a third time. This time I tried completely different way the hand was, but I really wasn't feeling this one either. I just wasn't satisfied with any of these hands. They just didn't look good to me. So fourth time I came in, drew another hand. I just went for it. I was getting a little frustrated at this point, but sometimes you just have to keep going and trust the process that things will turn out good. So I kept going, I kept at it, I didn't give up, and I came up with a hand that I was really happy with. So I drew the hand holding the wishbone. I drew it in front of this beautiful turkey with a pumpkin pie, so the Thanksgiving feast in the background, and a little pumpkin as well as some rolls. I was, like I said, feeling really festive when I drew this. So once I was happy with my pencil drawing, once again, I think you guys know what happens next. I brought out my Micron fine liner and I just outlined the whole thing. Once I was done outlining, I brought out my eraser. I erased all the pencil marking. Then I came in with my alcohol markers and I colored in the hand first. Modeling it after my own hand, of course. I colored it in and I just started coloring in this whole drawing. After I had everything colored in, I wanted to make this stand out really well, so I colored the tablecloth this really dark red color, and I thought it really brought the piece all together. I added some shadows so everything had a little depth to it. Then I went in, once I was done with the little shadows, I went in with an orange color and colored in the nails to make them all festive. I added some highlights And then once I was done with that, I glued the page in the book. I actually had a mishap gluing it in. It got super, super wrinkled in one side, which you can see there kind of in the middle. So I had to color in the edges because it got off center, but it still turned out awesome. All right, that was 3 more pages in my Draw Your Journal by Bellamena. Don't forget to comment down below which page was your favorite, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!